we're currently in the earliest stages of the battle for cat gender equality. Already they've got a flag, that's a key element. Bristol University's made cat gender pronouns available to its academic staff. There are media articles. Drinking with London's Furries taught me some valuable life lessons. Otherkin are people too. They just identify as non-human. We talked to the internet residents who feel more like foxes, dragons and cats than members of Homo sapiens. So here we are in 2022 at the early stages of the fight for cat gender equality. We're now going to go into the time machine and watch a Scottish Family Party video from 2027 on this very issue. So the cat gender controversy is really hotting up. I'll just lay out some of the issues that are before the public at the moment. Litter trays. Should cat gendered people be allowed to use the litter tray? So if one comes to your house, you've got a litter tray at the corner of your kitchen, should they be allowed to use it? Many people are saying definitely. It's just discrimination and prejudice that stands in the way of cat gendered people being able to access the toilet facilities that align with their cat gender. Other people say, should cat gender people be allowed to use human toilets? Again, the controversy rages on. When cat gendered people are ill and they go to the vet, is it okay for the vet to say, well, I can't treat you because you're actually a person? Well, some people are saying, of course not. That's just denying their cat gender identity. Or alternatively, some people are saying when a cat gendered person goes to a human hospital, have they got the right to demand that the doctors refer to themselves as vets? This is a very hot topic currently being debated in the Scottish Parliament. Another huge issue. What should be the legal process for identifying as cat gender? Should you have to live as a cat for 6 months or for 2 years? Should you be able to change to cat gender at age 16 or is that too young? Should you have to wait until 18 to ensure you're mature enough to make the decision that you're actually a cat? I mean, the pronouns meow, meow, etc., some people are starting to use them. Should they be legally enforced? A man in Aberdeen a couple of weeks ago tweeted that he thought cat gender people were barking mad. He's subsequently been arrested and the police are trying to decide whether or not he's going to be prosecuted for hate speech or misgendering or both. Schools, right down to primary schools, pupils have been taught that when you're born the midwife looks at you and assigns a species to you, says, oh, this one's a human. But sometimes when people grow up, their identity doesn't align with the species assigned at birth. So they might want to change. And that's perfectly normal, natural and healthy. That's just great. The school will very much honour that and celebrate it and also keep it secret from your parents if that's what the child wants. Again, there's huge controversy at the moment about NHS waiting times for cat gender healthcare. In other words, tail addition and whisker implant surgery. The waiting lists are many months. And some people are very unhappy about that. Since the introduction of cat gender into the primary school curriculum, there's been a 6 million % increase in the number of primary school children identifying as cats. But the Equality Network says this has nothing to do with planting the idea in their mind. This is just because we're now in a more open society and the pupils are more open about sharing their experience. In previous generations, all these thousands of cat gendered primary school children just had to keep it secret. Now, the Scottish Conservatives have been entering this debate. They're saying that they think people have got valid concerns about use of litter trays in their own kitchens. They think there's some quite tricky issues about whether a cat gender could go to a vet or not. So they really want to explore that. But on the other hand, they don't want to be seen as cat phobic. They're quite happy with the idea of people being cat gendered. They don't actually think there's a problem with that fundamentally. The ALBA party, they've really focused on this. They've made it sort of their number 2 policy after independence. But again, they're just concerned with the details of the practicalities rather than the principle of being cat gendered. The Greens, the SNP, the Lib Dems and Labour, well, they all say you either go with exactly what the cat gendered activists want, otherwise you're a speciesist, which is a bit like being a racist, only probably a little bit worse. Now, currently the Scottish Family Party are the sole voice of reason in this debate. Because we say there's no such thing as cat gender. Stop teaching about it in schools. There should be no legal provision for identifying as cat gender. This is not about clarifying the details and the practicalities. The whole idea is wrong. It's causing confusion in young people and it's damaging their life's prospects hugely. So we just need to ditch the whole thing. Now, some of you might be thinking, how can that be from the future when he's wearing the same clothes? All I can say to that is, you don't realise how long I make my clothes last. So, if you want the Scottish Family Party to be the clear voice of reason in 2027, you need to support the Scottish Family Party in 2022 so we can build up and our voice become stronger in the years to come. Do join the party via the link below, or if you don't want to be a member of a political party, you can become a regular donor to us through the same link. Okay, thanks.